Here we are back again talking about some more drama, MrBeast drama in particular. Feels like this happens every month or every couple months somehow, some way, shape, or form. MrBeast is always somehow in beef for being called out for something that doesn't really affect him, or it's not really his concern, nor is it really something that's his fault. But today's topic is actually pretty interesting because it involves him and another YouTuber, Jacksepticeye. You probably know who he is. If you don't, it's a big gaming YouTuber, pretty much one of the OGs that's been on this platform for a very long time. But yesterday there was a clip that was floating around on Twitter from, I guess, a video that Jacksepticeye recently posted or that he was a part of, and it was like a lie detector. And it asked, what do you think of MrBeast?
Now, Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Jack, do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think he had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think he had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer. We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
Thought you were going to get me that one, didn't you?
Yeah, Jacksepticeye committed one of the biggest crimes that you could ever commit on YouTube, which is talk shit about MrBeast, or more particularly, it wasn't even talking shit. It was just saying he doesn't like MrBeast. Somehow in this day and age, just expressing your opinion, saying that you don't like someone, especially someone like MrBeast, somehow just automatically makes you say, oh, that's a bad take, bro. L take, you're fucking trash, you're garbage. And that's pretty much how Twitter ran with it. They're like, how can you hate MrBeast? He does all this great stuff. He does so many things. How do you hate him? Now, I'm gonna sit there and be real with you. If you somehow made it to high school and you passed your English classes, then you know there's a difference between the word hate and dislike. So many people throw the word hate around as if it's like some universal term that if you dislike somebody or you don't like someone, that means you hate them. You can dislike someone but not hate them. There's like a fine difference between that. I can sit there and say I dislike MrBeast and his content. Does that mean I hate him? No, I just don't like his content. Like the levels of mental gymnastics people try and go through to push their own narrative in their own mind to try and say, oh, look, he said this, and you know, I could prove it how he said it is wild. And granted, I know it's Twitter, so to expect any real arguments or discussions on Twitter is non-existent, but I do hold hope out time from time. Now, this didn't end because this shit got over 30 million views, which is wild. So you know this shit was seen by a lot of people, and even MrBeast himself, and he didn't take it well at all. He actually got super defensive. So in a now deleted tweet that MrBeast posted this morning, he said, so I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and sports cars and instead reinvested my money into making content / focus on doing good and inspiring kids to help people. If he had fun, the videos would be longer. What does that even mean? LOL. You think I would give up every hour of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun? This clip is insanely disrespectful in my opinion, and obviously there is so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man. Sigh. Now, as I said earlier, he already deleted that tweet, and I'll get to in a little bit why, but I will just be honest, it's a terrible response, and I'm glad he deleted it because that's a very petty tweet, and it's actually, in my opinion, disingenuous for how the clip played out, because I feel like MrBeast took this really personally, and I mean, I guess to an extent, maybe I can understand why. Maybe he looked up to Jacksepticeye and was like, oh shit, man, that's like one of my idols when I was growing up, and you know, I thought he made good content. Now he's talking shit about me. And the thing is, he just said he disliked your content and that he believes that you ruined YouTube, which to an extent, a lot of people do agree. And I know someone's watching this video getting ready to type like a whole paragraph and storm to be like, oh my God, Wasabi, you're fucking wrong, bro. He's doing so many cool things and he just shut the fuck up, all right? This is what MrBeast didn't understand and what a lot of people who just go to his defense right off the bat don't understand. People are not trying to talk shit about the good things that he does. People are happy for it. We are glad that he does all these great things with his money and that he does reinvest, that he does charity, he does blah, 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 blah. But it's the format, it's the formula, the way everything is set up. That's what people dislike. And it's not even because people directly hate MrBeast or even really dislike him. They just dislike the fact that he took off and he got popular with a style that has now been attributed to, you must do this if you want to succeed on YouTube. And so you got like a million bajillion fucking clones on this goddamn platform that have all the, you know, a bunch of fucking wild ass expressions in the thumbnail, and then it's, what's up guys, today we're gonna be doing some crazy shit, and boom, 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 explosions everywhere, shaking screens, you know, all that crazy shit. And it's like Zoomer brain rot editing, because something is always constantly happening every fucking second. Yes, the videos themselves are great, they're interesting, but because MrBeast's brand and who he is always max retention, try and get the most people watching, always watch all the way through, gotta do this, gotta do that. He's looked as like the pioneer of trying to get the most amount of views on YouTube. Everyone wants to copy his style. He unfortunately can't be the only creator who does that shit and just does well with it. No, everybody now has to do it. And then when you look at all those channels that are grow your channel in these 5 easy steps, oh my god, look at this retention graph. You YouTubers aren't doing this. No, you need to go back and set this up. You need to have this crazy editor. Why don't you look at MrBeast and look at what he does, and then you could be popping off? No, shut the fuck up. There's other types of content that can be made on this fucking platform. Not everybody needs to be a fucking MrBeast 8.0. I'm so fucking tired of all the goddamn clones, because that's all that dominates it. But the thing is, it's not even his fault, and that's what people are not understanding. I'm pretty sure that when Jacksepticeye said he ruined YouTube, is that he brought something that worked, but now everybody copies it, and they all see MrBeast as like an authoritative figure as how to get the most revenue, how to get the most retention, how to get the most views, and that if you want to do good on YouTube and that you want to actually get views and all that other shit, then you have to make videos like him. And that's something that is preached a lot. People say, watch MrBeast videos. You see what he does. Look at all this shit he does. And people say, oh, well, all right, let me just start making videos like MrBeast. And they'll be like, all right, I got to have something happen in the first 3 seconds of my video. I got to keep people retained. I got to do all this extra shit. And so for a lot of people who've been on this platform for so long, especially creators, they feel that it ruins YouTube because that's now the precedent that's set, that something has to happen every couple seconds. People, even TikTok, that's why a lot of people say TikTok brain rot. Just because people's attention spans have lowered so far, people don't even want to sit through and watch just like commentary videos, people just talking. They're like, oh fuck god, are you just going to talk all day? Yes, that's what this video is. It's a commentary video. I don't need to put fucking Subway surfers all over the screen. I don't need random gameplay. Just listen to someone fucking talk. That's what commentary videos are. But anyways, I'm getting off point. Anywaise, the way that I interpret Jacksepticeye's tweet or his message in that clip is just that he's saying that MrBeast and his style ruined YouTube, because while it works great for him and no one has any problem with that, it's just that everyone else has now copied him and they all want to be him, and all the channels that are grow your channels are saying you got to be MrBeast, and if you're not, your channel's going to fail. When in reality, instead of trying to be MrBeast or act like MrBeast, you should just be yourself and make the content that you want on this platform. If it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just keep trying new shit. But to sit there and be a one-to-one clone and all your thumbnails and the way your content's presented is all just like more MrBeast shit, then yeah, a lot of people start to get a distaste for that format. And because people don't like that format, of course, they're not going to like MrBeast's videos either, because you're oversaturated with it. You see it too many times. At least that's the way I interpret it. But who knows? Maybe other people see it completely different. But as a content creator and as a viewer who's been on this platform for so fucking long, at least that's how I see it. But I will say that this first paragraph from MrBeast was, that wasn't a good take or a good message, if I would say. Because to me, it looks like you just didn't even get the point entirely, and you're just trying to sit there and say, what about the good things I do, bro? And meaning that, hey, my content's so fucking good, then what else could you be complaining about? I think there's no doubt that his content's good. I think people enjoy it, but at the same time, content's subjective. People who enjoy content is very objective. What one person people might think this video is shit, but then think someone else's video is good, or people might think MrBeast is shit and think my videos are good. It's just a personal preference. That's all it is. People can dislike things, and I don't know why we have villainized people having opinions and just not liking something. It's okay. If your neighbor down the street says they don't like MrBeast, who cares? As long as you still like him, that's fine. Well, what, is your day ruined now? Like, so many people get so defensive and upset about this shit, and just because people have opinions, and I don't get it. I honestly don't. Like, it's cool, man. Just if you enjoy it, who cares? It's not like MrBeast is gonna go away because that clip is now out there. And MrBeast, fuck, I guess I should stop making a video. No, he doesn't give a fuck. He got defensive about it. And a few hours ago, they already settled this. They talked privately, and it was done. It was done. So that's how it should have been to begin with. But hey, you can't rewind time. So it is what it is. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because this is a very interesting topic, because I think that is a statement that runs through people's minds, but no one ever really wants to say it, because the first thing that people like to say is if you ever criticize or say anything about MrBeast that you personally might not like, they'll be like, oh, well, you hating on all the shit he does for charity and all the money he gives away. When in reality, no, people are fine with it. Well, most people are. I know some people aren't, but most people don't give a fuck about that. They're cool with that. They're like, that's straight. It's just the content and the way it presents itself and the techniques that are used to try and maximize retention, and how everybody else looks at it as the golden rule and standard, and how now it makes YouTube as like this essentially is what some people say fast food. It's all the same shit. And it's all not really that great once you've seen it a couple times. And because it's that golden standard, now every YouTuber tries to copy it because they want the same revenue, they want the same retention, they want the same views as MrBeast. So you pretty much anywhere you go, you're gonna find YouTubers who are now doing it, and it's like a plague and it spreads everywhere, instead of it only being something that MrBeast does. No one has a problem if people innovate it and improved on the formula. I think Ryan Trahan does pretty well with it, but for most creators, they don't. They just copy one-to-one MrBeast and just replicate the same formula that he does without trying to innovate in the space or on his own formula. And when you don't innovate, you're just a cookie cutter person. But the thing is, because that content does so well, you see it always promoted by YouTube and the algorithm. And so of course people get tired of seeing it. But again, that goes to opinions. That is just someone's opinion. And that is just mine. And if you think my opinion is shit, that's totally fine. I respect it. You know, you're in your right to believe that. Anyways, you made this far into the video, consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel. Leave me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.